Hello, this time we have a very wild game between 9 players on IGS. Black managed to kill more groups, as we can see on the right side. This was quite large, and also in the middle there was a big capture, but other groups could die too in the process, where the left side died also, and here things got really wild pretty early in the game. So it's quite an exciting game to watch. Let's check it out. So far, a very old school Fuseki pattern. The formation in the top, the so-called Kobayashi Fuseki pattern. White decided to approach very cautiously this low right corner, but in fact, in this position where black is going for a nice moe in the top, white should consider an approach in the top right away in order to prevent a Shimari. So, and it's very common to play a large or a far approach like R14. But anyway, making a base here is good too. So black proceeds with the approach in the lower left corner to expand the bottom side, that's fine. And fall back to K3. Now white seems a little bit too conservative. White should attack the top right corner instead. R15 to prevent the Shimari. And after black responds like Keima or Kosumi in the top, then black can extend on the left side. So like this, it's white trying to get the left and the right, while black goes for the top and the bottom. And it's pretty even, because white also has Komi. So white went right away for the left side. This allows the Shimari. Shimari looks very good here, because black already has the middle side extension in place. So this is ideal. Now white played a pretty desperate invasion. Normally, if white wants to invade the top, he could consider h17 or extend again on the right side. This will limit the moyo and later on think about some invasion points. Another invasion point for white is to dive in at O17 so he can prepare the attach at R17. So for example, if this happens and black plays, let's say, a peep and slide like in AlphaGo games, then white can jump in at O17 and then attach R17 and leave in the corner. This would be a basic follow-up. So this kind of invasion like N16 doesn't really threaten the right or the left, so white doesn't have room to extend for a base. His only option is to jump out. So black doesn't even have to approach. That's a weak single stone. Black can consider Tenuki completely and just leave the stone there. And when white decides to play another move to fix it, then black can start an attack on the group. For example, peep and then cap. But for now, that stone is so weak that doesn't even have to um, react as black. Well, a cap is possible locally, but playing a move like this, it feels to hurt the corner. Eventually, this happened in the game, as black played a Han on the second line. Black can push up, and then when white Nobi, black should reinforce the corner. Now the three stones are heavy and they need to jump out. This would be a fine option though. And then black can extend on the right side, keeping the white top group separated from the right. Also on the right side, black's follow-up is to put pressure at Q6. So if white plays away, black will press and then Nobi, threatening the cutting points. So this way, white is under a lot of pressure. Now when black covers here, white has to leave on the right side, and the group in the middle has some problems. I mean, the top group that runs into the center. So playing this Hane, trying to take away the base for a group that doesn't have a base, it's really no need. Because playing like this, white gets a nice shape with a hanging connection, and this will hurt the corner a little bit. So black has to pull back. Black can also go down, but white will Hane and then Nobi, and white is out already. So attacking from M17 puts white in a good formation, good shape. Going up it's okay too, because white still needs to play some moves there to fix his shape. White can also Hane in the corner and then jump out. But this push is good. If black wants to keep the pressure on the group, black should Atari first. Now if white connects, black can just extend because it's not so easy to attack directly the group. But anyway, for now white has only one eye, so white might jump again. Playing this Hane, white can block, black will no B, white can Hane in the top, Atari connect and hanging connection, and then go down to secure the twice. So this way white can fix on the spot. Well, white made the twice right away, but playing like that it's a bit more painful because black can push once in center and then extend on the right. R10 is very big because the shape on the right side is still very tiny, so white needs to defend somehow, usually jump out, and then black can play away, grabbing a corner or play some kind of cap to reduce the left side. Well, this is good too, to attack invade the top left corner right away. Before white blocks like this, white should push first. And after black plays the Hane, white can decide to turn on the left side and Atari once to keep the left side in center and then play away. For example, to space jump on the right side, or defend the lower left corner, or even invade h3. But playing the block like this gives black more territory in the corner, and instead of jumping, white can push first because this creates the cut agi. So there are two cutting points in the top. Black has to connect either solid or block like this, or double up, or descent. Now whichever move black plays, white can leave the position like this or play one keima in center and then continue on the left side for the moyo. In this case, a no gamer would be nice to increase the left side. So this is the moyo. Oops. This is the moyo white is looking for. So white simply jumps, and this gives black center. So black invades the lower left corner too. It's pretty big, but right now it's also very big to attack R10 because this is usually center. White will go up and then play something in the lower left corner. Oops. So this would be the modern Joseki. Instead of the Sansan invasion, black can attach at d3. But back to the original game. So black invades the Sansan, and white decides to separate all the way. White can actually block, keep the left side in center, and then jump on the right side, grab the last big point on the board, and then think about ways to invade the bottom or reduce the top. Instead of playing Nobi at e16, white can also consider the attach in order to keep center. When black Hane, white will wedge to create cutting points, Hane once, and then extend on the right side. So white decides to separate all the way. But this is not so great because for white it's difficult to use the wall towards the right, developing in the direction of k3. Now here black is making a tiny mistake. Instead of blocking in gote to leave in the corner small like this, black can push first because it doesn't work for white to cut anyway. I mean, if white does this, black will capture one stone and just leave bigger in the corner, and then there are several cutting points for white to protect, and white has to come back and protect here, and in this case black takes center to grab the last big point on the board. And if white simply Hane, black again will block at c4. This gives more eye space in the corner and creates the kataji at c7 and d5. So again, white will probably Hane once and come back and protect the cuts because it's too much aji. Now on the bottom, black can play f2 and then nobi in order to reduce the potential on the left side. So when white extends on the right side, black also has the p pin center. And if white protects on the left side, black can attack the right immediately. So this is just wrong for white because white cut the wall that is it's completely meaningless facing the black group on the bottom area. So white shouldn't give the corner like this. Actually, for white to keep center, it's better to block b6 because when black goes up and white blocks, black needs to come back and protect the corner, otherwise he will die. And then white can think about invading h3 or just Hane f4. But actually still better for white to extend on the right side right now. So back to the original game. Black had an opportunity to damage more here. White turns, black connects, and now white is sent. Well, invading it's an option, but the safer way is to play just Hane at f4. So the left side is really powerful for white. But black doesn't care about this. It's bigger to play on the right now. Anyway, playing this kind of move, black can use the edge of f2. Black doesn't have to do it right away. It's still big to play r10. On this jump, white can just link under. So black should play f2 to see whether white will Hane up or Hane down. If white simply separates, then black can use h2 or jump out. And then think about the cutting point at d5 or Kosumi e6. So when white protects here, black again can use h2 or think about Kosumi. So there are ways for black to separate its h3 from the wall. And if white simply Hane, black will Atari, then bump or connect under. Now if Hane again, black can play a bump, and when white plays Atari, black is going to discard the two stones. So right now black can put pressure on the right side. I mean like this, then attack and just increase the bottom area. So white plays the very safe move, the Kosumi to connect, but it's absolutely fine to connect under like this, because if black Hane, white will Atari, Atari again, and then connect, and this will hurt k3. So on the way out, black is losing a lot of ground on the bottom side. So white connected, black cuts, but this is an overplay. Instead of connecting on the second line, where white anyway can connect on the first line, white should just Atari, Atari again, and then jump, because now black stones are separated. So even if black pushes here, white can connect. On this move, white connects again, and black has several weak groups to take care of. So when black jumps here, white goes between the groups, and the other three stones are in trouble too. So this way, black will have two heavy groups inside white's moyo, and it's hard to save both. So white was too kind to connect on the second line. Black went out, that's good. Black can also push on the left side first. If white simply Hane, black gets another forcing move in center, actually even two, and then jump out with a Keima, trying to connect on the bottom and surround white's group. White has to leave now, and this is quite painful. He will make twice, but there's a lot of effort to stay safe here. So black played the Keima. This is good actually, because black can also discard those stones on the left side and expand the bottom area. So white attach, very good. Yeah, it's good enough to play the Hane, because if white simply goes for the left side, anyway white invests a lot to surround the left, and black can just put pressure on the right and go for a very big area in the middle. This is bigger. Oh, I just draw hard here compared to the left. So giving up 3 stones is not a problem. It's actually a good plan. Going out like this just makes black heavy, but black somehow managed to kill some the stones on the left. Now playing the double up, it's a bit heavy too. Black has to run out faster, so Keima like this and then jump, or Keima this way and then jump to the top or run to the right. Even if this is a table shape, it's not great if white can surround it and kill everything. So white played Atari first, making the group even heavier. Black connects, but black should still run out. So when black connects, white can surround everything. And now black will try a combination on the left side, but this it's going to fail, because black can connect under, damaging a little bit on the left side, but he still loses all the stones in the middle. So if this happens, white is happy to capture all the mark stones with the surrounding territory. So white is trying to catch them, but that Keima, it's a bit strange because black can go out between the groups. So should play the other Keima, and when black tries to escape here, white can play another Keima to catch everything in a net. Anyway, black is trying to separate the stones on the left side, and here white was supposed to cut. This is the first uh, big tactical mistake by white. So when white cuts, if black goes up, white just connects and captures the stone on the left side, and the other group is kind of surrounded too. And if black captures, white can attack from behind and attack again and even go down. So black needs to take directly. And here there's a little bit of danger for a co-fight, so white will just connect. And if black connects under, white adds another move, and those stones in the middle are captured. So this would be a first successful fight for white. But white decided to connect, so things change dramatically here. Instead of killing, now white is almost dead. Actually, black can turn first. This can give black more liberties. So if white covers, black will Atari one way or the other, and then it's good enough to Hane on the first line. Because black already wins the semi by one liberty, so when white covers, black can Atari from the outside and capture the cluster of stones unconditionally. Playing like this, white can still try a desperate call. So black turns to expand his liberties. Now if white plays a Hane and black simply cuts, white has Atari under, Atari again, and Atari one more time. And then because the ladders are not working, white has to play a hanging connection. And in this case, black will save his stones by capturing the two in the middle. Well, white links under, black goes out, so it's not so great for white, but it's still better than dying. And if black plays Atari on the first line, white can block with Ko. But now being so early in the game is difficult to find Ko threats. Well, white has this cut, for example, and then if black captures again, white goes down and kills the corner. So if black defends like this or like this, white takes back the Ko. Now on Atari, again, Atari to connect under, and this way, white makes some I shape. But again, it's very difficult. So white has to play several Ataris here. Maybe one more. And then it's no need to protect the left side. Atari, Atari. Actually, still some RG here. So again, black escapes by capturing the middle stones. So white kind of collapse here. Instead of killing earlier, now he's trying hard to survive. Black can go out with Atari. More liberties. If white connects, black is out already with that group. And now can go for the semi on the left side to prevent any Ko, or play another move here. Actually going down it's enough. White will already win the race on the left. Not enough liberties for white to continue the fight here. Black has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 against 3. So black can just go down to prevent the coin steps. And then there are 2 more liberties. So black will capture that group. Therefore, no need to Nobi, can Atari. And then hanging connection. Now black can Hane, then Nobi, and just leave the position like this. Black already has enough liberties, so right now black can play away, and this is the situation where white can even resign the game. So again, Hane is better to expand the liberties, and Nobi, because then white can go between the groups. So sorry, black can break through, and still Hane and Nobi, because when white plays under, black can always block. And even if it's a Ko in a couple of steps, it's not a problem for black. Black will take the Ko, and every time black takes the Ko, white it's in Atari. And white needs all these approach moves from the outside, so that's going to be a very long Ko for white. He doesn't have so many Ko threats to fight it. Okay, now it's clear. Black killed the left side, no Ko. Now the way to protect against this h15, it's either h17 or Kosumi g16, because when white pushes, black can block with a tiger mount. If white hane, cut, Atari connect, push, pull back, and the 3 stones in the top will die faster. So black is actually connected. On the jump, white can dive in, and black doesn't need this kind of move to reduce the center, because just playing here is good enough. After killing the left side, this is a pretty large territory, so black should take care of the bottom, top right corner, keep the top connected, and then expand a little bit to the right side and jump in the middle, and it should be an easy win. Playing like this, of course, white is not going to come back and allow this connection underneath. White has to play with fighting spirit separate. Then things can get ugly again. Uh, hmm. This attack is questionable. Black better plays here and allows the escape, because black is fine in the top. All he needs is to keep the top stone safe. Atari from behind doesn't do much. And trying to cut here, oh, that got a bit dangerous. So if white connects, Atari go down, then Atari like this, and the ladder is good because it goes in diagonal towards the white stones. Here white, black can still think about the cut, because when white plays Atari, black comes out with Atari. So when white plays here, black can Atari again, and now go down. And then if black captures the 3 stones in the top, he's safe all over. And it seems those stones die faster. They only have 3 liberties. So when white tries a net in the middle, black will capture first. And black again, it's connected all over the top side. So cut where you can cut instead of peep. Now black is running a little bit. Ooh. Black can play a peep first here. And white will probably connect to keep the eye shape, and then jump out threatening to connect to the left. So white needs to go out here and save his group, and then came out to the right. So there's an easy way for black to come into the center. If white tries to surround the group, black will just play another Kosumi and kill the top. So this way, kind of difficult for the top group to make twice. It's simply dead. Oh, this move is not even needed. Better Kosumi in the middle. My bad. So, Keima, white managed to cut some stones in order to stay alive. Yeah, black has to push through. Atari very good. And capture the stone in the top, that's fine. Here, black can Atari from behind and cover. Because if black cuts, white cuts in the top, nothing happens. And there is no way out in the middle either. So better sacrifice a stone to get a stronger shape. Nobi is good. Hane also okay. Push him down. And this was supposed to be a pretty dead group for white. I mean, black can Atari once, and then play the hanging connection to damage the R8 stones. So now when white jumps in the corner, this is a very difficult semi for black. For white, because black can make an eye in the corner and white doesn't. Well, white can cut here once, but then it's difficult to affect the stones on the outside. So if something like this happens, black is out anyway. And then if white plays the bump to reduce the eye shape, black will go down. Oh, also in the top. This is Sente. Then descend to make an eye in the corner, quite large, lots of liberties. And then simply remove liberties from the outside. So how can white approach? No way. Yeah, so this is a position where one eye versus no eye. So black will win the race. Actually, black doesn't even need to play other moves, because when white approaches, white cannot play Atari. In the end, white is just putting himself in Atari, and the next move would be suicidal, so it's not allowed. So that's a semi that black should win. And the connection should always be hanging here, because playing the attach on r8, even if white can manage something in the corner, black has a follow-up by playing Hane or Hane under. So playing the solid connection doesn't impact r8 so much. Now white pushes, jumps in the corner. This attach is also good, but it works to kill the corner by playing s17, because it's difficult for white to make an eye. Well, even playing s17, s16, black should be able to win the capturing race, but white found the Tesuji here, then it will lead to a co-fight. Let's see if black goes down, cut, Atari, turn. This can happen. So if white goes up, black can push, then Atari. So white needs to connect to the top, and then black can play Atari from the outside and create twice. So this way black is alive and white still has almost half an eye on the right side. So this will be a ko because white can Atari on the first line. In order to prevent the ko, going down t7, t16 is the move. So when white connects, Atari, connect, and then cover s18. So now in the corner, this is a shape where black can make at least one eye and also capture the ko to kill the top. But in the meantime, the group on the right is dead. So Atari, capture, and now we need ko threats. And this doesn't feel like such a big threat. Let's see what else. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Luckily, black can play s18, then Atari from behind, then go down in center. This gives black an eye in the corner, and then Atari on the first line to make sure white doesn't make an eye. So again, it's impossible for white to approach and take away the liberties. White will Hane, then take away liberty here, black can capture a stone, and again, white is not able to approach. If white plays here, black can still Atari t12. Alright. So capture, and this way white came back a little bit in the game. Not so easy to kill this group because of the cuts in the middle. But instead of trying to kill at h1, black should play one Atari in the top. Because if white pushes down, black can capture the ko once, then Hane in the corner. And this race is still not over. There's a lot of Aji in the top right still, and black can start a ko at q19, trying to kill the top group and escape his large one. So white has to take the ko. Then now as a ko threat, white can play h1. Then when white eliminates the ko in the top, black can just cover, and now the group is dead on the bottom, or connect. So at least it's a trade. Black is giving up the top right, but takes the bottom. So black went directly for the kill, and white went out. Here, black has to cover solid, otherwise there are too many cutting points. But now the problem, it's a ladder. Let's see if it works. Tuck, 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 tuck. Amazingly, the cut at O11 serves as a ladder, so black has to go out and white can surround the 3 stones. And if black comes out on the bottom, white will just Atari and ladder. And we can see O11 is in the perfect spot. So no B, and now it's easy for white to go between the groups. Well, black still tries to kill everything here. Playing that move actually allows white escape. So you better lean on the right side, trying to catch this group first. And if white is going to save it, then play the key point to surround everything. And jump again, and now the bottom group is dead. Now when black plays this loose move, white will push and turn and then capture the 3 stones, so white is finally out. So in this position, white has the top right corner, then white escape on the bottom, and not so much territory on the left and top, but white still has these 2 tiny stones on the right side. And black got the left side, a little bit in the top, a small group in the middle, the bottom. So black needs to kill those 2 stones on the right side to establish superiority in the game. And black is going for it. Actually, the way to take away the base here is to play a move on the second line, like this, and connect under, or the other way. This way white has no base and has to run in the center where black is very strong. Playing this attach might give ice. White covers. Okay, in that case, black can just pull back and connect under. Cutting doesn't work right away. White can capture the stone in a letter. Just Atari, then Atari from the outside and take it. Actually the same shape happened in the game. But black can go down, play 1 Atari from the top, cover, Atari again, and then remove the second eye. So like this, white has only 1 big eye and still on the run with everything. So Atari, white it's on the run, black escapes here, very good. This pushes center. Black can push again, tight. And then if 1 jump in the middle, those 3 stones are dead. And also the group on the right side needs to start a ko in order to survive. Like that, it's a bit loose. Black can separate here. White is still not completely alive. White needs to connect and then Kosumi, threatening to connect under in order to make the second eye, but this can be dangerous for the top right. So if white just cuts, black can still capture in center here. And then let's see, can we try a kill? Yeah, it's still possible. Oh wait, it's ko. Yeah, not so easy to kill that right side now. So black goes out, build the center. This attach can actually hurt the corner. White can go down. And then black needs to play some more moves in the top. And also, white can descend here. If black cuts, Atari, Atari, and Atari all the way. Or Atari and Atari. So that clamp is really dangerous. Because if white goes down and black captures 1 stone, white can play the peep, oops. Peep like this. No B1s, and jump in the 2-2 point. And now there is only 1 eye for black. So black will die big in the top left corner for capturing 1 stone on the left side. So Atari under, good decision. But here white has to Hane in the corner, try to look for compensation. Now if black simply goes down, black gain locally in that fight. Yeah, so black got time to defend the top left corner. And that's pretty much it. Oh, now there's a semi going on in the top, but white is a couple of liberties behind. This move is no need. There is no Atari to protect against. So black could steal Atari once in the top and try to go for a semi. Turn 2, then throw in an Atari from behind. Now take the ko again, and if black makes the eye, black wins the race because it's impossible for white to approach from the outside. It's going to be a self Atari. So this connection, it's really no need, because normally there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liberties for the black group in the top, and 1, 2, 3 for white. So white, at some point black needs to play inside and remove the liberties, but this kind of move, it's only necessary when white Atari from behind. So for example, here black can connect and save the 3 stones, and if white pushes like this, black can still play away, and only when white cuts, black will connect. Playing this defense in advance looks more like a misclick here. Ko, finally. Black can take it once to see what kind of co threats white will play. If white Atari under, black connects, white connects, black protects. Or black can go down and then take the ko. No need to give up the ko without a fight. So now we see the semi in the top starting. Yeah, black can also go down, threatening the ko in the other side. No need to throw in, just Atari, because when black connects, white connects, black captures. The throw in actually helps white, because like this, white can just take S10 as a co threat. So white can take a stone, black captures everything, and white connects with the tail. But white still wants to resist. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 against 1, 2, 3. Black doesn't need to answer. Very good. And tuck, 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 tuck. So if black turns, white plays Atari, black captures, white takes away a liberty, and black takes away a liberty in the center. So white cannot approach from the middle, white needs to block first in the top, and black has time to capture in the center. Well, this is a few extra points for black. I mean, damaging N19 area. So now black plays the safe way, captures everything in the center, and this is it. Huge win for black. Phew, quite a game. Very exciting. Enjoy the review.